The Habsburgs rise to power, the royal dynasty that lasted 700 years. If one single family dominated the map of European history, it was the Habsburgs. For 7 centuries, they built an empire across the Holy Roman Empire, Spain, and Austria-Hungary, an empire on which the sun truly never set. Their secret weapon was not military genius, but a political formula encapsulated in their motto, "Let others wage war, but you, happy Austria, marry." The story begins in the remote mountains of modern Switzerland, at a small medieval fortress called Habsburg, or Hawk's Castle. From these humble beginnings, how did the Habsburgs rise to govern the known world? The family remained obscure until the 13th century. The turning point arrived unexpectedly in 1273, when Rudolf I was selected as the Holy Roman Emperor. Rival electors chose him because they mistakenly saw him as a weak candidate. Rudolf, however, was shrewd. He used his imperial title to claim control of Austria and Styria from the Bohemian king. These lands immediately became the permanent power base and financial engine of the Habsburgs. They were no longer mere castle lords, they were archdukes of Austria, and the foundation of their dynasty was set. The Habsburgs quickly recognized that a ring was more potent than a sword. This strategy was executed most masterfully by Emperor Maximilian I. First, in 1477, Maximilian married Mary of Burgundy. This single alliance brought the rich, strategic territories of the Low Countries, modern Netherlands and Belgium, under Habsburg control, the first great leap from the Swiss mountains to the North Sea. The family then secured the Spanish crown when Maximilian's son, Philip IV, Philip the Handsome, married Joanna Thurforge, Joanna the Mad, the heiress to the unified Spanish throne. The fruit of these strategic marriages was Charles Thievet's, Karl Pfeifsch. When he was crowned in 1519, he inherited a super-empire, the Holy Roman Empire, Spain, the Netherlands, vast territories in Italy, and crucially, all the Spanish colonies in the Americas. His motto was proven true. "The sun never sets on my empire." This was the absolute peak of Habsburg power, but the burden of managing such a vast, geographically disconnected realm was simply too great. Exhausted, Charles V famously abdicated his throne in 1556. He chose to split his unwieldy domain into 2 branches, the Spanish Habsburgs, who inherited Spain and the colonies under his son, Philip II, and died out in 1700, and the Austrian Habsburgs, who inherited the Holy Roman Empire and the ancestral lands under his brother, Ferdinand I. This division allowed the Austrian branch to consolidate its power, protecting Eastern Europe from the Ottoman threat and eventually solidifying their control over the vast Austro-Hungarian Empire, which lasted until the end of World War I in 1918. The Habsburgs' 700-year reign remains the ultimate historical testament to the power of calculated diplomacy and strategic marriage over brute force. Their story proves that sometimes the easiest way to conquer the world is not through battle but through a wedding ceremony.